Okay, you guys, we are back with another video. Happy whatever day of the week it is at this time because who cares? Let's get into this video because I'm seeing some pop-ups all over social media and it is saying that Kim Kardashian has plans to marry Lewis Hamilton because she sees him as a good husband. And I'm like, honey, does Louis know about this? I'm happy she's the only one with the plans though. I can't deny that. Like, I'm happy for the girl. And I know she'll be standing there, but not with Lewis Hamilton. Let's talk about it because I know that you guys have seen multiple videos of me saying it over and over again. And many people thought that I was just blabbing. I was just running my mouth because Kim is a billionaire. She has had 101 plastic surgery. So ain't no way Lewis Hamilton would not want to marry to someone like this. And first of all, I'm going to say to you guys, men don't look at women as how we women look at ourselves, or us women look at ourselves. And I think that this is just one of the biggest tricks and the biggest lies that I've told to women, that you have to be of a particular way. You have to be softer. You have to be able to bring something to the table. Honey, the mere fact that you're a woman, that's the freaking table. The man is supposed to put something on the table. Do not let anyone trick you. So for the girlies that have been telling women that, oh, you're saying that you want a billionaire, a millionaire, but what are you bringing to the table? Always remember, you're the freaking prize. You're the table. Sometime this week, I saw a TikTok video of a woman that went into labor. After labor, you know what happened to that woman? She's crippled. You know what happened to that man? He gets to move on with his life. So you have to be able to do simple mathematics. Do not let anyone nor allow anyone to devalue you as a woman and tell you that you need to have certain aesthetics. You need to smell better. You need a Dove feminine wash to keep your coochie clean, and you need all the different sprays. Honey, if you want to support a business, support a business. But you trust and believe. You don't need any of that. You just need good nutrition. And you just need to be a decent human being. But most of all, be a good person to yourself. As it relates to Lewis Hamilton, I'm gonna say this because people are going back and they're checking the logics. Logics is what plays an important part in all of this, right? And when this discussion comes up, I realize that not everyone is good at simple math. Some people are saying, oh, but he was with Nicole Scherzinger for over 7 years. And that's exactly our point. He was always with someone, not willing to settle down with someone. You think because this boy is a pretty boy and he has let me tell you, most of these men in sports, I'm not saying Louis is gay, most of these men in sports, they are bisexual. Who is not bisexual? They're 100% gay, can't even stand the sight of a woman, but they'll pick the prettiest thing to be their cover up, their mirror, and they ensure that they put that mirror in the sun because she shines so damn bright with the biggest diamond on their fingers, so that you can never ever get to see the actual lifestyle that they live behind the scenes. And these women oftentimes have a separate bedroom, and they know the drill. They sign the NDAs and they have to be quiet, right? And over a period of time, they get accustomed to the lifestyle. They're groomed in it, until they learn to keep it shut and keep it quiet. And then there are some men, their real marriage is to their career. They don't want a wife. They have no intention of. And there are others of them wherein their wife is their mom. they will choose a wife, but once the mom is dead and buried and they realize that they don't have that safety net, that feminine safety net to cling onto and to go to tell everything and someone to still, spiritually hold them onto that breast and stroke their head and say, hush, my boy, you're gonna be fine, my son. You know, those are the only circumstances wherein some men will get married. So, you know, all we have to do is say prayers and sorrows for Kim, because sometimes as women, we choose bad for ourselves. I tell you, sometimes I think women are the biggest narcissists. Every time I remember Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, I'm like, narcissist, the moment that you see something and the moment that you really start having eyes to see, like, a couple years ago, I believe I had the best eyesight. No, it's no. I have the best eyesight. I used to always think that women are victims. No, no, we're not. No, the hell freaking not. We're not always victims. Sometimes we create our own demise we know the truth from the get-go and we're in denial to the truth, and we are so afraid of facing the truth. Oftentimes we'll see women crying and saying that all the signs were there, they saw them, and they choose to ignore them. Well, Kim is one such person, because you can't tell me that this man has dated so many women and he has chosen never to even put on a ring on not one of them. Or maybe he just needs a simple girl, from back in the woods, and everyone that he has met has been so uptight and so stylish and so fashionable. But then again, it raises the question of, why did he even choose to date them? This is how you know that this man, I don't know, but I see Lewis Hamilton kind of like of a Tom Brady. If he does get married, his marriage is going to be for a while, and then he's just going to move on to just being him. Some people love their space, and I think that is okay. But I also believe that, one of the healthiest marriages I've seen is Cheryl Lee Ralph and her husband. He has his home going and his own little thing. She has her home and her own little thing going. And I think that this is not compromising. I think it's a healthy thing to do. And if people start looking at marriage from that point of view, I think more marriages would work, and the man still being faithful and the woman still being faithful despite not sharing a marital home together. Because I do believe that there are people who genuinely enjoys their space, like me. Honey, if I should get married today, like, I'll love you and I'll be clingy to you for the first 6 months. And then after that, I'm going to remember life as a single girl, how it used to be like the angels were singing to me when I'm just there by myself. I don't have anyone to annoy me, anyone, do you know that being married, you have to consistently think about not being selfish? Okay, we've only got a little piece of cheese in the fridge, but is he having a bad day, and is he going to want this cheese to go with his wine? Because he likes doing cheese and wine at the end of the day. So now, instead of me just sitting there as a single girlie having that piece of cheese for myself, I'm going to have to think about cutting this tiny piece of cheese in two just to appease you, or leave the entire thing for you. And you're going to have to replicate that. It may not be cheese. It could be something else, bigger than cheese. But you have to consider the next person's emotion consistently. Like and then if that person doesn't equally consider you just the same, you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm always thinking about you. I'm always considering your feelings, because you're always actually doing it. But the person, they're like, that's minute to them. They don't see why you should have a big deal with it. And those are the things that, even though they may appear to be minute, oftentimes turn out to be a big deal, and hence why relationships and marriages get fizzled out, and at the end of the day, doesn't work. So I want to say for Kim, if she has plans to marry Lewis Hamilton, kudos to you, girl. Kudos to you. But does Lewis know? And is he standing in agreement? I would really love to know, because so far it seems as though Kim has amazing plans, but it does not include Lewis Hamilton. That's all I can say. Let me know what you guys think, and we're gonna talk some more in the comment section. Peace.